Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Obiara Iri. I am doing this intervention to debunk the number manipulations and lies by StatiSense and APC Vuvuzelas concerning Nigeria's debt profile, which is being shared widely on social media platforms to deceive the gullible. I want to look at the numbers, and numbers are sacred. Numbers are numbers. These numbers you can see clearly at the DMO office or at Central Bank website or DMO website. As at June 30th, 2015, 32 days after Muhammadu Buhari took over power as the President and Commander-in-Chief of Nigeria, total external debt position of Nigeria was $10 billion. Total domestic debt obligation of Nigeria was 8.63 trillion naira. Total debt profile was 12 trillion. Remember, external debts are debts borrowed in foreign denominated currencies and will be repaid in foreign denominated currencies. These are debts borrowed in dollar and euro and must be repaid in dollar and euro. Domestic debts are debts borrowed in naira and must be repaid in naira. Fast forward 7 years after, June 30th, 2022, according to the same DMO record, go to their website, it is there. Total external debt of Nigeria as at June 30th, 2022, stood at $40.06 billion. Total domestic borrowing of Nigeria and the constituent units as at June 30th, 2022, stood at 26.23 trillion naira. External debts that were incurred by Nigeria from June 30th, 2015 to June 30th, 2022, new debt was $30.06 billion. That is $40.06 billion minus the $10 billion position as of June 30th, 2015. Total new domestic borrowing that was taken under Buhari's watch, according to the records of the DMO, is 17.6 trillion naira. That is the position as at June 30th, 2022, 26.23 trillion minus the position as at June 30th, 2015, which is 8.6 trillion. 26.23 trillion minus 8.63 trillion will give you 17.6 trillion new domestic debt borrowed in naira and will be repaid in naira. This is outside the 22 trillion naira debts that were created at the CBN by the Buhari government, the APC Buhari government, against the extant laws of the land. If you convert the 22 trillion naira debt at the CBN with the CBN exchange rate of 435 naira to $1, you will have $50.57 billion worth of holes created at the CBN, which is against the laws of the land, because such huge debts were not supposed to be created in the first instance by way and means. If you look at I want us to recall new external debt borrowed by the Federation, $30 billion. New domestic debt borrowed by the Federation over the 7 years period of 2015 to 2022 June stood at 17.6 trillion. If you convert it with the CBN exchange rate window, as they are trying to do manipulatively, you will have about $40 billion. Remember that the figure we are quoting here is the figure as of June 30th, 2022. The 2021 budget, 22 budget is predicated on a huge budget deficit. The proposed 2023 budget of the federal government of Nigeria is also premised on huge budget deficit of about 9 trillion. If you look at the budget deficit gap of the second half of 2022, going into 2023 May, if you extrapolate it, Nigeria will still borrow additional 9 trillion naira to be able to cover that hole. So truthfully and factually, the APC government of Muhammadu Buhari will leave total new debts of about 66 trillion naira or $141 billion. So when you see them manipulating numbers to tell you, oh, Jonathan borrowed $51 million, Buhari borrowed at $5 billion, it's a lie. These are manipulations of numbers. Some of us must learn to study. Study to show yourself approved. The other lie that they've been telling us is that, oh, PDP sold more oil. They sold 2.4 million barrels of crude oil on average every year. They sold 1.9 million barrels. Oh, Buhari sold 0.5 million barrels. Buhari sold 1 million barrels. So Buhari earned less. Do you know why Buhari earned less? Jonathan Goodluck handed over to Buhari in May 29, 2015. Combined oil wells that we are producing average of 2.3, 2.4 million barrels of crude every day. That the Buhari government, Buhari, remember, is the commander-in-chief and the minister for petroleum resources, that the Buhari APC government allowed criminals and looters, who are actually people within the corridors of power, to be stealing our crude oil resources that was handed over to him by Jonathan in such ways and manners that little trickled into federation account, while plenty went into private account. Is the whole APC to be blamed by the testimony of the GMD of NNPC? We were told on national tele, Arise TV, that over $1.9 billion worth of our crude oil resources are lost every month, whooping $22 billion or 10 trillion naira every year. That thieves and hoodlums and vandals were able to build 4.5 kilometer pipeline into the Atlantic to steal our crude oil under the watch of Muhammadu Buhari is an indictment of the APC. Jonathan Goodluck handed over oil wells that were producing 2.4 million barrels a day. That the APC could not protect those oil wells, and therefore denying the federation resources that will have accrued to us through it is an indictment of the APC, and the reason why no sane Nigerian that is rational should vote for APC back into Aso Rock after May 29, 2023. Nigerians, be wise, shine your eyes. This country is infested with a lot of pseudo-intellectuals who are willing to compromise their integrity and lose their conscience over a plate of porridge. APC is a plague. PDP is not an option. The only way we can reclaim Nigeria and give it back to the people is for us to collectively use our PVC to vote the P2B and Ahmed Dati Labour Party candidacy. Don't allow anybody to swindle you. I have taken out time to put up this, share it, so that Nigerians will know the truth. The records are there at the CBN. The records are there at DMO. These records are unimpeachable. Thank you and God bless you. Keep sharing this truth. Truth will overcome lies. Light will overcome darkness. No matter how fast and how far lies go, truth will always overcome it. God bless you and have a wonderful weekend. Today is November 5th, 2022. Bless you.